Hello, today I'm going to be talking about Chinese culture in Omaha, or the Omaha area. So, the migration to Omaha um, began indirectly from the gold rush in the 1800s, mid 1800s, and brought a bunch of skilled laborers indirectly to the United States, which a lot of Chinese immigrants through Union Pacific came to the United States to look for gold. Some of the earliest documented cases were when Chinese immigrants crossed the frozen Missouri River to the Backlands. That was on January 22nd, 1980. This is coming from Omaha Magazine. And then some of the second wave was during the Civil War, which during the split of the Republic of China from Taiwan, a lot of immigrants came to the United States and thus Omaha. And then I guess the third wave would have been the normalization of the U.S. diplomatic ties with Beijing. So a lot of highly educated individuals, doctors, professionals, scientists came to the United States because they were offered jobs here through that. And in healthcare, something that comes up is that Chinese culture, people in Chinese culture believe that there's a balance between all things. So a lot of times they're cool, or people from Chinese culture are cool with the combination of Western and Eastern medicine in all things. Like, they believe in the balance of forces between like yin and yang. So most of the time, those can complement each other. And then the thing I was going to show is, if I can get them out of here, chopsticks here, which have been around for 5,000 years. It's one of the first it says that they've been around for 5,000 years, and it could have been that people used like twigs as the earliest type of eating utensil in the Chinese culture, and they just developed into better utensils like chopsticks. And one thing that I've learned about Chinese culture that I found interesting was that in contrast to Eastern or like Western Europeans or European cultures, where the agriculture is mostly like crops like potatoes, soybeans, stuff like that, which you can grow pretty easily. That led to a like feudal system. So it was almost like kind of a form of like slavery. Whereas in Asian and Chinese cultures, the main agricultural, I guess food, whatever, was rice, which takes a lot of preparation, and you couldn't hold somebody to be like feudal or be in a like slavery type state, because it'd be too easy to like flood the rice fields, because it takes a lot of balance between the amount of water and what whereas like crops like potatoes and corn, they're pretty resilient, whereas rice isn't. So that led to Chinese culture having or farmers that were more independent. They were able to have their own land, and then the government would just buy or like lease from them, which I read in a Malcolm Gladwell book a while back. And that also comes with a lot of the that book was talking a lot about like stereotypes, where like Asian cultures or Chinese culture That's why they're like good at math. And he said that attributed to that because growing rice takes a lot of planning and a lot of like mathematical skills. So that's it. Thank you.